वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare
Hare Krishna. Record reduce. Increase volume. Hare Krishna. I offer my respect and to all the devotees who have assembled here, especially blessings from Mataji. Hare Krishna. With all your blessings, I try to speak a few words on the glories of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Are we ready for hearing about Lord Chaitanya or Lord Krishna, Ram, whatever you say? Mahaprabhu is fine?
Yes. Hari Bol.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful manifestation of the Supreme Lord. So you can increase the volume. Please. I have a bad throat. It's echoing.
Echo is not going away.
Till now I was singing Kirtan, it was nice. Hare Krishna. Anyways, Krishna appeared on this planet. Yeah, it's better. Krishna appeared on this planet to fulfill primarily three purposes, and they are Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chatuskrtam Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge. Means to protect the righteous, to punish the vicious, and to establish dharma. The Lord appears in multiple yugas, in multiple forms. And in Kali Yuga, the Lord appeared in this most merciful incarnation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, after descending on this planet in his original form as Krishna and performing his pastimes for more than a century, Krishna went back to his spiritual abode and he thought, for a long time I have not bestowed Krishna Prema, the highest boon upon the living beings in Kali Yuga. I must give that. For the purpose of giving Krishna Prema, especially in the mode of Rajavasis, Krishna appeared. The purpose of life is to attain Krishna Prema. Although Dharmartha, Kama, Mokshas are considered the Purusharthas or the goals of human life. Beyond this Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, there is a Panchama Purushartha, which is Prema. Prema Pumartho Mahan. And the Lord appeared to specifically give us that ultimate goal of life, which is Krishna Prema, for our spiritual upliftment. And he wanted to give that Krishna Prema through Krishna Nama. Krishna Nama means the name of Krishna. Krishna Prema is love for Krishna. We attain Krishna Nama, we can attain Krishna Prema through Krishna Nama. If Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wasn't there, who would have offered us his highest boons? Prema namadbhutartha shravanapathagatah tasya nam mahinah ko vetta kasya vrinda vanavipinamaha madhurishu pravesha ko va janati radham paramarasa chamatkara madhurya simam ekaschaitanya chandraha paramakarunaya sarvamavishyakaram. Prema namadbhutartha. The highest goal of human life is prema. Prema nama adbhutartha. Who has designated that the purpose of your human life is to attain Krishna Prema? It is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If he was not there, if the Lord did not descend in the form of Chaitanya, then we would not have understood that the goal of our life is Krishna Prema. We would have pursued Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha as the goals of life, or material, prosperity, sense gratification. That's what Artha, Kama is. That's the goal of our life. That's what we would have pursued. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enabled us to pursue the fifth goal of life, that is Prema. Prema namadbhutartha shravanapathagatāh taskasya namna mahinah. And how did he emphasize on this fifth goal of life, Krishna Prema? By the process of Sravana. By hearing Bhagavatam, we understand that the goal of life is Krishna Prema, and we also realize it. Bhagavatam makes the goal of Krishna Prema attractive and attainable. Sometimes a goal is attractive, but you have no means to attain it. Sometimes you may attain some things, but you may not value it. It's not very attractive. I have so many things, but all this opulence doesn't attract me. Many kings felt like that. I have name, I have fame, I have prestige, but nothing attracts me. Chitraketu Maharaj felt like that. The goal of my life is to get a son. When I don't have son, whatever I have attained so far, they are not attractive to me. Sometimes we attain some things, they are not attractive to us. Sometimes we are attracted to some things, they are not attainable. But the goal of Krishna Prema is made attractive and made attainable by Mahaprabhu's grace, by Bhagavatam's grace. Mahaprabhu emphasized Bhagavatam as the supreme scripture. Prema namadbhutartha shravanapathagatāh taskasya namna mahinah ko vetta kasya vrinda vanavipinamaha madhurishu pravesha. Who would have entered the nectarian mellows of Vrindavan Dham if Mahaprabhu has not introduced Vrindavan in our lives? It's not just Krishna Prema, it is Krishna Prema in the mode of Brajavasis. The way Brajavasis loved Krishna, he wanted to introduce that to us. Koveta kasya vrinda vanavipinamaha madhurishu pravesha ko va janati radham paramarasa chamatkara madhurya simam. Who would have understood the glories of Srimati Radharani? Paramarasa chamatkara madhurya simam. She is the most wonderful epitome of Madhurya Prema for Krishna. Krishna is loved by his devotees and served by his devotees in multiple flavors, in multiple rasas, multiple moods. Of all these moods, the mood of Madhurya amorous love is considered the topmost. And that topmost Madhurya Rasa has two flavors. One flavor is Swakiya Rasa, second is Parakiya Rasa. Swakiya means wedded love, where the consort of the Lord loves the Lord with an official marriage bonding. But the second flavor is Parakiya Rasa, where the consort of the Lord serves the Lord and loves the Lord without even an official bondage of marriage. That is Gopis of Vrindavan. And amongst all the Gopis of Vrindavan who served Krishna in Parakiya Rasa, Srimati Radharani is the topmost. Ko vajanati radham paramarasa chamatkara madhurya sinam ekas chaitanya chandraha parama karunaya sarvamavishchakaraha. That's one and only Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Parama Karunaya, with his intense mercy. He has manifested all these gifts to us, transcendental gifts. One is Prema, second is Nama, third is Vrindavan Dham, fourth is Radharani. If Mahaprabhu is not there, we would not have had access to Srimati Radharani or Vrindavan or Krishna Prema or Krishna Nama. Krishna, after disappearing from this planet, he started thinking, I did not offer Krishna Prema to people so far. I have to offer. And he has his own personal agenda also. While trying to offer Krishna Prema to all of us through Krishna Nama, he is also pursuing his own ecstasies. What is that ecstasy? What are his private, confidential reasons for his appearance? He wanted to experience the mood of Srimati Radharani. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriter Haladini Shaktirasmad Ekatmanav Api Bhuvipura Deha Bhedau Gatautau Chaitanyakhyam Prakata Madhuna Tadvayam Chaikyabhaktam Radha Bhavadyuti Subalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. All the wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna are manifestations of Krishna's Hladini potency, internal energy, spiritual energy. Although Radha and Krishna are one, they have manifested themselves into two forms, Radha and Krishna, a masculine form and a feminine form, male form and female form. But again they became one. Chaitanyakhyam prakata madhuna tadvayam chaikya bhaktam. Although they were two, they became one. How? Radha bhavadyuti subalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. Krishna accepted the complexion of Radha and emotion of Radha. Bhava is emotion, duty is complexion. So Krishna has accepted Radharani's mood and Radharani's form, Radharani's bodily complexion, so that he can experience the mood of Srimati Radharani. Why the Lord has to experience the mood of Radharani? What was the need for the Lord to experience Radha Bhav? He was beautiful in his dark complexion, but he said, I want fair complexion. Why fair complexion? You are good in dark complexion also, that's fine. You have so many fans already. Many people are loving you for your dark form. Peacocks are dancing, you seeing you. Seeing you, peacocks are dancing. Oh, cloud has come. But still, the Lord wanted fair complexion. It's not about complexion, it's more about the emotion. When you wear a uniform, you start identifying yourself with that designation, that role. Doctors, they have their own uniform. Policemen, they have their own uniform. Sannyasis, they have their own uniform. So different people have different uniforms. Vaishnavas, they have this Vaishnava dress, Vaishnava tilak. You can chant Hare Krishna without tilak also. But when you wear tilak, you remind yourself that I am a servant of Krishna. Therefore, all these Vaishnava symbols are important for us. So, Lord Krishna said, when I am a dark complexion, I start identifying myself as God, as Almighty. Let me accept the fair complexion of Radharani, so that golden complexion of Radharani, so that I identify myself as a devotee of Krishna. Why the Lord wanted to become a devotee? Because devotees are happier than the Lord. Understand? Devotees are 10 million times happier than the Lord himself. The Lord is definitely happy. He is Sachidananda Vigraha. But a pure devotee is happier than the Lord in serving the Lord. And amongst all the happy devotees, the happiest devotee is Srimati Radharani. She is experiencing 10 million times more ecstasy and more happiness than Krishna himself who is receiving her service. Krishna became intrigued. Why she is having more ecstasy than me? I am supposed to be enjoying more than her. She is doing all hard work. She is serving so much. She is doing so much of endeavor to please me. And I am definitely experiencing happiness. But in doing that service, she is experiencing 10 million times more happiness than I do. Therefore, I need to take her position to experience her happiness. With this mood, Krishna thought, let me just appear in the mode of Radha. And form also. Basically, the devotees of Krishna experience a lot of ecstasy. You know that story? Krishna once became very curious. Why my devotees are so attached to my lotus feet? Why they are worshipping my lotus feet? Why the devotees are often offering prayers to me that I want to become servant to the servant of your lotus feet. What is there in my lotus feet? Let me just taste it. Krishna became an infant baby, lie down on Vatapatra, a banyan leaf, started sucking his own toe. The Lord is not satisfied. Sucking my toe gave me some experience of what my devotees are experiencing, but I want more intense experience. Let me become a devotee. Let me accept the mood of Radharani and then become a devotee. So, unless I take her position, I cannot get her ecstasy. The Lord wanted to experience the pleasure that Radharani is experiencing in her service to Krishna. Therefore, he adopted her mood. Krishna Dasa Abhimanaye Ananda Sindhu Koti Brahma Sukha Nahe Tara Eka Bindu. Dasa Abhiman means the conception of being a servant of Krishna. Krishna Dasa Abhimana Ye Ananda Sindhu. It's like an ocean of nectar, ocean of happiness. The mode of being a servant of Krishna can give you an ocean of happiness. In comparison to that ocean of happiness, Brahmananda, the happiness of merging in impersonal Brahman, is like a drop. Where is ocean, where is a drop? Even Krishna also aspires the happiness of being a servant of Krishna. In this material world, we want to enjoy the position of boss, not das. I want to be boss, not das. When 10 people are reporting to me, they're serving me, they're massaging my feet, they're waiting for my order, they're standing next to me. Humble devotees, they feel very embarrassed. They feel very uncomfortable. Why these people are offering obeisances to me? Why they are respecting me? But arrogant people, they take pride in it. And when they don't get that respect and reverence and attention from others, they feel disappointed, they feel hurt, they feel offended. Like Daksha, as soon as he entered the sacrificial assembly, where hundreds of sages and devatas and brahmarshis, rajarshis, devarshis were there, everybody stood up to honor him, except two people. One is Brahma, second is Shiva. Brahma need not get up, after all, Daksha is Brahma's son. But Shiva did not get up, and that made Daksha furious in front of everybody. Daksha is saying that this Shiva doesn't know manners. He doesn't know etiquette. He doesn't know Vaishnava Sadachar. He should attend our course. We'll teach him Vaishnava Sadachar. He said, I am not speaking out of arrogance or envy, but I am speaking just to teach good manners to all of you. Then he started criticizing Shiva, nothing else. That was Daksha's mentality. Totally opposite to the principle of Amanena Manade. Anyways, the mood of being a servant of Krishna gives more ecstasy than a position where you keep on getting honor or getting frustrated when you don't get that honor. When you are expecting honor, when you try to rejoice a position where you are being honored by 10 people, and when you don't get that honor, you'll get frustrated. You want to expect honor and get frustrated, or you want to be a humble servant of Krishna and be ecstatic? You want ecstasy or frustration? You decide. It all depends on adjusting your expectations. So even the Lord also hankers to be a servant of the Lord, not being the Lord. The Lord enjoys more the position of being a servant of the Lord than being the Lord. That's a testimony for the position of being a servant. When Lord Krishna became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that appearance of the Lord in the form of Chaitanya is a testimony for the position of servant of Krishna. It's a great glorification of all the gopis of Vrindavan. Gopis of Vrindavan are the topmost servants of Krishna, and they are glorified by Krishna when Krishna accepted their mood, especially Radharani's mood. So the Lord descended in a golden form. Srimati Radharani has golden complexion. Tadit suvarna champaka pradipta gaura vigrahe mukha prabha parasta koti sharadindu mandale vichitra chitra sancharacha kora shavalochane kada karishasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam. Tadit suvarna champaka. Her complexion is like that of a resplendent golden champak flower. Pradipta Gaura Vigrahi. Her form is glorified by Lord Shiva as Gaura Vigraha, and Krishna also took the form of Gauranga. Gaura Vigrahi. Mukha Prabha Parasta Koti Sharadindu Mandale. Her Mukha Prabha, her effulgence of her face, can completely defeat and outsmart 10 million moons put together. Mukha Prabha Parasta Koti Sharadindu Mandale. Koti is 1 crore, 10 million. Sharadindu Mandale means the effulgence of 10 million moons put together is nothing in comparison to the wonderful golden effulgence of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna accepted her complexion, her emotion of being a servant of Krishna. What is her emotion? Devi Krishnamayi Prokta Radhika Paradevata. Krishnamayi means she is completely filled with Krishna. Nothing else is there in her existence. Her body, her mind, her words are completely dedicated to Krishna only. There is nothing else in her existence. It's not just the body effulgence. It's a heart. Krishnamayi. You know, childhood we used to have some sweets, certain sweets. Andhra people may know. Panchadar chalde. Some of you know, right? So it's like in the form of a peacock or a parrot, a sweet, completely sugar, nothing else, no other ingredient. It's filled with sugar. No kaju katli, if you see there's some kaju there, and you take gulab jamun, there's some milk element there. In all sweets, many other sweets, there are other ingredients also, but in this, except sugar, nothing is there. Only the shape is like this. Krishnamayi. Similarly, in Radharani, there is nothing else except Krishna. Her body, her mind, her words, her activities are completely connected to Krishna and filled with Krishna. Her heart is filled with Krishna vibrations. Her eyes exist only to see Krishna. Her ears exist only to hear Krishna's flute. Her nose exists only to smell the natural fragrance of Krishna's body. Her tulsi leaves and flowers are garlands offered to Krishna's body. Her feet exist only to go to Krishna. Her hands exist only to serve Krishna. No other activity with hands. She has never done anything else with her hands apart from service to Krishna. She has not done anything else other than seeing Krishna with her eyes. She has not heard any other song apart from Krishna's flute and Krishna's name and Krishna's glories. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalankurvate kamani vrita chetasami havibho nashami nashobhate. Namani pranayena te sukritina tanvanti tundotsavam. The greatest ecstasy of a devotee is when the Nam and Krishna's name dances on his or her tongue. And Srimati Radharani's tongue is meant only to utter Krishna's name and speak Krishna's pastimes, and sometimes chastise Krishna also. Right? Even chastisement Krishna is also Krishna consciousness. One day Krishna glorified Srimati Radharani. Mukha prabha parasta koti sharati hindu bandali. He said, Radharani, you are so beautiful, your face is like moon. Radharani became angry. She said, my face is like moon? Moon has so many spots. Do my face has spots? We have pimples all over my face? We have so many spots on my face. And moon also is completely visible only on Purnami day. Once in a month. All other days 50%, 20%, 30%, 10% visible. Am I like that? Am I partially visible? My beauty is partially revealed all over the month. Only once in a month I appear full, that with some spots. What kind of comparison is this? What kind of poet are you? You are Supreme Personality of Godhead. You can't even compare me with a proper object also. She became very angry with Krishna. And Krishna had to pacify her by taking the form of a peacock and dancing like a peacock. Then Radharani became peahen and danced along. That is her ecstasy. In absorption in Krishna prema, which may sometimes become man. Man means anger, loving anger. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam. It's tundotsava. Tunda means tongue, utsava means celebration. It's a great celebration for the tongue when the holy name of Krishna is constantly dancing on the tongue. When the pastimes of Krishna are dancing on the tongue. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam. Dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam. Netra anjanam. That black ointment, kajal, that you put on eyes. That's a decoration for the eyes. But the real decoration for Radharani's eyes is Krishna's form. Krishna is black, you see Radharaman there, blackish form. And that black form of Krishna is the kajal of Radharani, right? Shyamani netranjanam. Right? That is her ornament. The decoration of her tongue is Krishna's name. The decoration of her eyes is Krishna's form. Samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalam kurvate. Shruti saskuli means ears. What is alankar for the ears? What is the ornament for the ears?
Earring.
Earrings for us, but for Radharani not earrings. Of course, she wears earrings.
Listening to the
Krishna's
flute.
name.
Krishna's flute. Muralika jatanyalam kurvate. Krishna's murali sound is the alankar for Radharani's ears. Samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalam kurvate. Kamani vrita chetasami habibho nashami nashobhate. Kamani vrita chetasam. There is no other activity for all the senses. There is no other desire for her mind except service to Krishna. Nothing else. That's why she is Devi Krishnamayi Prokta, filled with Krishna, filled with thoughts of Krishna. She cannot accommodate the thought that Krishna is somewhere else and not next to her. One day Radha and Krishna were sitting in Vrindavan, and a bumblebee came, started hovering around Radharani's face like this. Did you ever have a bee, Shivam? Bee just was hovering over your face anytime? Bothered you anytime?
Yeah,
Yeah, read. What did you do then?
I just sat in there, went away.
You ran away.
No, I sat in there, went away.
He just sat. He
It
just sat,
went away.
and it went away.
Somehow the bee did not go away. Because Radharani's face is like lotus, and bees are attracted to lotus. So the bee was attracted to Radharani's face, and it's not leaving only. She was a bit bothered, irritated. Then Krishna noticed her discomfort, and Krishna said, Madhumangal, come here. Chase this bee away from here. Madhu came. Okay. In a very playful manner, Madhumangal came there. And he drove the bee away, far away, and came back and gave a report to Krishna. Madhu has gone away, he will never come back. There are three Madhus here in this pasture. One Madhu is Krishna himself. One Madhu is Madhu Mangal. Another Madhu is the bee. And this Madhu Mangal, said that Madhu went away, he meant that bee went away. But Radharani took that Madhu Krishna went away. And she started crying profuse tears. Tears were not stopping only from her eyes. And Krishna said, why are you crying? Then she said, Madhu Mangal said, Madhu went away, Krishna went away, that's why I'm crying. Krishna said, I'm right next to you, Radharani. Why are you crying? But she was crying. She could not accommodate the thought that Krishna went away or Krishna will go away. Seeing her profuse and intense love for Krishna, where she is feeling separation from Krishna in the presence of Krishna. When you miss a person, can you miss a person while sitting right in front of the person? This is called prema vaichitya. Right? Very interesting aspect of love. You miss the beloved or you feel separation from the beloved when the beloved person is right in front of you. They are not sufficient. You feel that they are in front of you, but I am not actually experiencing them. Right? You are so excited and so enthusiastic to have them. Maybe you want to swallow them or drink them and keep them in your heart and hug them or whatever. Their presence also will keep you in separation. That much love you have. When you are hankering for the association of a person, the person stands in front of you, you should be satisfied. But when the love is so intense, even with the personal presence you are not satisfied. You don't know what to do also. To that degree she loves Krishna. Seeing her love, Krishna also started crying. The combined tears of Radha and Krishna formed a beautiful lake called Prem. And Srimati Radharani loves Krishna to this extent, and Lord Krishna wanted to experience that love of Radharani. How much my dear consort Radharani loves me. I want to experience that love. The greatest ecstasy in this world is attainable through love. Only love gives you ecstasy. Money cannot give you ecstasy. Name, fame, prestige, fanfare, fan following, claps, whistles, they will not give you so much ecstasy. Power, position, privileges, followers, they don't give us ecstasy. All these are sources of pleasure only for some time, along with some frustration. Not some, lot of frustration. But only selfless love completely satisfies the heart of a living being. Only selfless love with absolutely no expectations for one's service. That completely satisfies the heart. And Radharani is epitome of such selfless love for Krishna. And even Krishna is aspiring for that much love. Is Krishna, being the father of all living entities, being the master of all living beings, he definitely has love for all living beings. But he understands, my love for anybody is not as much as the love of Radharani for me. Srimati Radharani's ability to love me surpasses anybody's ability to love anybody, including my ability to love anyone. To that degree, Srimati Radharani is the personification of love. And Krishna aspired her position. Krishna aspired to love like her. You know, love cannot be measured by units like millimeters, kilometers, liters, grams, miles. What are the other units you have? GBs, MBs.
How
So this is love is not measured in this way. Love is measured by the amount of separation you feel for the beloved. How much are you missing the beloved? That is love. The more you miss a person, the more you love that person. The person is not in front of you. Kuch farak hi nahi pada. Means it doesn't make any difference to you. Means you don't have much love. But when the person is not next to you, you keep on remembering the person. You miss that person. Oh my God, if he was next to me, what I would have done. Or you leave everything else to be with that person, to serve that person. That is love. When the child is very young, child goes to school, mother is thinking about the child only. when Krishna goes to the forest throughout the day, Mother Yashoda is constantly remembering Krishna. When will my child come back? When will my child come back? And she would just make some sweet for Krishna and would give that sweet to Raktaka, Patraka, Chitraka, some house servants of Nanda Maharaj, and tells them, go and give this to my child in the forest. He must be somewhere in some forest, tending cows, playing with the friends. Go and give. Already she packed the lunch bag. She extra packing and she's sending it to the forest. And when it's little late in the afternoon, evening has not yet come. Sun has not yet set, but still she becomes anxious. She would send her younger gopis. Some younger gopis are there. Some of them are Madhurya gopis also. Yashoda Mata would say, can you please go on the terrace of Nanda Bhavan and see whether Krishna is coming or not? Little gopis will just go on top. They will say, Mother Yashoda, Krishna has not yet come. Then after some time, Mother Yashoda would say, please go and check once again. Again these gopis will go up. Mother Yashoda is nowhere to be seen. After 1 or 2 hours, then the gopi would give a report. The gopi was like saying, I can hear Krishna's flute, Yashoda Maya. That means Krishna must be coming. I can see some dust raised by cows' hoofs. I can hear that. I can see that dust. That means Krishna is coming. Or I can see some cars running in front of Krishna. Krishna must be coming. Then as Krishna becomes little visible, immediately this younger gopi will pass a loud announcement to Mother Yashoda. Then Yashoda Mata would immediately say, other gopis, please make aarti plates. Make aarti plates ready. And the younger gopis would make aarti plate ready. And then Yashoda Mata, by the time Krishna comes, although she had 2 eyes, she would feel as if she had 1,000 eyes. And she would anticipate for Krishna's appearance. And as soon as Krishna enters Nanda Bhavan's courtyard, she would offer aarti. And this is not a reverential aarti that a sadhaka bhakta does. It is loving aarti that a mother does to her child and receives Krishna into her home. Right? So this is Yashoda Mata's love. This is separation. I said this just to mention how much a devotee misses the Lord. So love is measured by the amount of separation you feel for the beloved. And Srimati Radharani and all the gopis of Vrindavan, they miss Krishna even in the presence of Krishna. Within one eye blink, they experience millions of yugas of separation from Krishna. Can we ever love anybody to this degree? In fact, all of us have the potential to love Krishna to this degree, by the way. We have not yet accessed that potential because we have diverted our mind, our love and our emotions towards many other sources. We started loving gadgets, we started loving money, we started loving fame, we started loving fan following, but we stopped loving Krishna. The purpose of bhakti is to revive that innate love that we have for Krishna. And even Krishna is hankering for that love. I want to love the way Srimati Radharani loves me. Therefore, I need to accept her position. And Krishna accepts the position of Radharani, emotion of Radharani, and starts missing himself. Do you miss yourself? You can miss another person, but do you miss yourself anytime? You may get bored with yourself, but you may not miss yourself, right? But Krishna, in the mode of Radharani, he would miss himself. He would feel separation from Krishna in the mode of Radharani. So the very fact that one person is adopting the mode of another person and feeling separation from oneself, that itself is like very difficult. Unless you accept the inconceivable potencies of Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tattva itself seems like inconceivable to you. You have to accept that the Lord has inconceivable potencies, then only Mahaprabhu's incarnation and Mahaprabhu's tattva makes sense to us. Right? In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani. To highlight how ecstatic it is to be in the mode of a servant. To be in the mode of a servant is of greater ecstasy than to be in the mood of the Lord himself. The Lord is aspiring for the mood of being a servant. It's a testimony for the position of a servant. of Krishna. So, the Lord appeared as Lord Chaitanya. So many pastimes he has performed. But today, we will try to recollect a few pastimes of the Lord where he manifested his supreme degree of mercy towards conditioned soul. Are you all with me? Does it sound little interesting?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Too much tattva or actually the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are specifically meant for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Only Gaudiya Vaishnavas can relish them and appreciate them better. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared for two reasons, multiple reasons, but they are categorized in two. One set of reasons is that he has his own confidential reasons of experiencing the ecstasy of Radharani. Another reason, external reason, is to spread Yuga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan. Both are relevant to us. Of course, confidential reasons are confidential, but if only we can take out some time and energy and depend on Kaviraj Goswami's descriptions, we can appreciate even the confidential reasons also. And external reasons are most relevant to a conditioned soul, because conditioned soul is struggling in this material world. The external reason for Lord Chaitanya's descent, which is to spread holy names of Krishna, is very, very relevant and immediately relevant to a conditioned soul. So the Lord appeared on an eclipse day. When the Lord appeared effulgent like a moon, the real moon thought, my existence is of no relevance to this world. Kaviraj Goswami writes, Akalanka Gaura Chandra Dila Darshan Sakalanka Chandra Ara Kona Prayojan. When Akalanka Gaura Chandra, when spotless moon Gauranga Mahaprabhu is appearing, is giving his darshan, what is the use of Sakalanka Chandra? Spotful moon that has so many spots. That's of no need. So he hid behind an eclipse and Gaurachandra appeared. And as soon as he appeared, he made everybody chant the holy names of Krishna. Since then, he is inducing people to chant Lord Hari's names. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his South India tour, when he came to Jagannath Puri, he settled there and he inaugurated the South India tour. So Sachimata told him, you stay in Jagannath Puri. Actually, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived like a grihastha. He had two wives. One wife died and he married another wife, and he was very popular in Navadvip area, and he was doing Harinam Sankirtan with Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur, Srivas Thakur, Marari Gupta, and many such exalted devotees. He has his own friends and fan following there. He has a lot of reputation there. But still, one day, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Nimai, he was chanting Gopi, 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 some Gopis' names. One Sanskrit scholar saw Lord Chaitanya and said that at least when you chant Krishna's names, you will get some piety, pious credits. What is the use of chanting Gopis' names? Mahaprabhu thought there are two mistakes in his statement. One, chanting Krishna's names will give you Krishna prema, not piety. Your understanding of the process of chanting Krishna's names itself is not correct. Chanting Krishna's names will not give you pious credits, it will give you Krishna prema. Second, not only chanting Krishna's names, chanting the names of Krishna's devotees is also so spiritually potent that that will elevate us to spiritual consciousness. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found a fault with that Sanskrit scholar, took a stick, started chasing him to beat him. Then that student joined many other Sanskrit scholar students and started criticizing Nimai. So Nimai has gone crazy. He has gone mad. He's trying to hit a Brahmana. What kind of etiquette it is? So they started criticizing. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood. I think these people are not taking me seriously. Just because I am like a householder, like any of these people, they are thinking that I am one amongst them. sometimes a fish will think that me and the moon are same. Are fish and moon the same? Fish and moon same?
No.
Both fish and moon came from the ocean only. From the ocean only, when you are churning the milk ocean, moon appeared. And in the ocean, fishes also stay. So the fish thinks that moon and me are same. Fish is foolish. Moon is moon. Fish is fish. Similarly, so many other Yadus started thinking that Krishna and me are same. That is wrong. And similarly, all the Grihasthas in Navadvip, they thought that we and Nimai are same. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought that when I am like a normal householder, they are not valuing me, let me take sannyas. If I take sannyas, and sannyas is naturally respected, they will bow down in front of me, then I will forgive all their offenses and give them Krishna Prem. For that, at least they need to bow down. Something. Mahaprabhu is not in a mood of accepting obeisances from them. He is sticking to the principle of Amanina Manadana only. But still, Mahaprabhu thought that if I become a sannyasi, because sannyas order is higher than Grihastha order, and in those days sannyasis are respected very well, at least thinking that I am a sannyasi, they will bow down in front of me, that will give me an opportunity to pass them, to give them Krishna Prem, to liberate them. The student has to at least come and sit in the classroom. Sit for the exam, then we will pass you. At least write your name on the answer sheet and give. We will put something and then do some marks and pass you. You are not even coming to the exam hall itself. How can we pass? Therefore, the Lord thought, let them offer obeisances. With that mood, he accepted sannyas. When he accepted sannyas, he immediately wanted to go to Vrindavan. He was chanting the names of Krishna and he is going to Vrindavan. Somehow Nityananda Prabhu came and tricked him. He told Nityananda Prabhu saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveling towards Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu, 3 days he was just walking, he did not even realize where is he going, whether he is taking left or right or straight. In his transcendental ecstasy, he is not even realizing where he was going. At that time, there were some cowhead boys tending some cows. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked them, can you please show me the way to Vrindavan? Then the cowhead boy said, you go this way, you will get Vrindavan. Actually, before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them, Nityananda Prabhu met them and said, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks you what is the way to Vrindavan, show him this way, along the Ganga bank. And they did that. Mahaprabhu saw Ganga, thought that it is Yamuna. And Mahaprabhu also saw Nityananda Prabhu there and asked him, Nityananda Prabhu, where are you coming? He said, I am also coming to Vrindavan. Oh, fine, let's go together. How far is Vrindavan? He said, here is Yamuna. Actually, he showed Ganga. He said, this is Yamuna. You please understand that we are very close to Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu became ecstatic. And he started offering prayers to Yamuna. Actually, prayers to Ganga, thinking that Ganga is Yamuna. He said, Chidananda Bhano Sadananda Suno. You want to recite this? Chidananda Bhano Sadananda Suno.
Chidananda Bhano Sadananda Suno.
Paraprema Patri Drava Brahma Gatri.
Paraprema Patri Drava Brahma Gatri.
Aghanam Lavitri Jagat Kshema Dhatri.
Aghanam Lavitri Jagat Kshema Dhatri.
Pavitri Kriyano Vapur Mitra Putri.
Pavitri Kriyano Vaputri Putri.
He started offering prayers to Yamuna. Yamuna, you are Mitra Putri, you are the daughter of Sun God, and you purify all of us, you purify our consciousness. Like that he offered prayers. And suddenly he saw Advaita Acharya in a boat. And Advaita Acharya, Mahaprabhu saw Advaita Acharya and said, what are you doing in Vrindavan? Then Advaita Acharya said, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan only. Then Mahaprabhu understood, I have come to Navadvip and this is Ganga and not Yamuna. And Nityananda Prabhu cheated me. Great souls cheat for a greater cause. And Nityananda Prabhu's intention is, all the devotees of Navadvip, they became devastated when Mahaprabhu took sannyas. They thought that we will not be able to associate with Mahaprabhu like before. They were in intense separation from Mahaprabhu. To give them that darshan of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu treated him, and Mahaprabhu surrendered. So to cut the long story short, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaitacharya and Lord Chaitanya, all three of them went to Advaitacharya's home, and he fed Mahaprasad, and it was a long conversation. Then Sachimata came. Sachimata made his 24-year-old son, sannyasi son, sit on her lap and started crying and literally bathed him with tears. And Mahaprabhu said, "My dear mother, whatever I have today, this body, this mind, this bhakti, whatever I have today is only your prasad, your mercy. Somehow I took sannyas out of some madness. I have become crazy. That's why I have taken sannyas. But wherever you want me to stay now, I will stay. Whatever you want me to do now, I will do." And Sachimata, after a long thought, she said that if my Nimai stays with me, I'll be very happy. But if Nimai stays with me, and even at that time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Sachimata calls him Nimai only. Sometimes parents call their children with their normal names only, even though they are initiated, because that love is there, affection is there. Okay, so Sachimata thought, if Nimai stays with me, that will be great ecstasy for me, but people will criticize him. Because when a sannyasi stays at his home and with relatives and friends for a longer time, people will start criticizing. Right? Once in a while you go and visit and come back, that's a different thing. But if you stay there only, even after accepting sannyas order, so people will criticize. So Sachimata thought that let Nimai stay in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri and Bengal are like two rooms in the same place, same home. Those who want to take bath in Ganga, they will come from Orissa to Bengal and take bath in Ganga. And people from Orissa, people from Bengal to Orissa to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Thus we keep on hearing the news of Nimai, so let him stay there. Then Mahaprabhu went. That was such an emotional scene. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to Jagannath Puri. Sachimata was crying, Srivas Thakur was crying, especially Advaitacharya, the leader of all the Vaishnavas, he was crying and he just collapsed there. He fainted there. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initially said, when you are supposed to console everybody, but if you yourself become so overwhelmed with such emotions, who will console my other devotees? You don't become like that. But still, Advaitacharya could not tolerate separation from Lord Chaitanya and he fainted. Then Mahaprabhu, without even looking back, he went ahead. Because he thought, if I stay here for a longer time, then I will have to stay for longer time. So he thought, let me just proceed. So finally he went to Jagannath Puri and settled there. There, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu planned to go for South India Yatra from there. He called his dear associates Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, Mukunda and said, I want to go for South India Yatra, please give me your permission. They hesitated and finally they gave. It was a long story again. So Mahaprabhu, as soon as he started South India Yatra, he went to a place called Kuramakshetra. He met a Brahman there. And that Brahman said that today you have come to my home and my home becomes so purified now by your presence and I am unable to bear the problems of this material world, of this household life. I want to join you. I want to travel with you. I want to give up this household life. Lord Chaitanya said, you should never speak like this. You have accepted the responsibility of a householder. It is your responsibility to take care of the family. You chant the holy names of Krishna. You speak about Krishna to everybody. And that's how you can make your life perfect. Yare dekhe tarakaha Krishna upadesh. You keep on teaching about Krishna, induce people to chant the holy names of Krishna and speak the principles of Gita and Bhagavatam. That's how you will remain Krishna consciousness, you will attain me. Mahaprabhu said this and he left. Meanwhile, there is another devotee named Vasudeva, leper. He had leprosy. He came with so much of eagerness to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Kurma Kshetra at this Kurma Brahman's home. But by the time he reached, Mahaprabhu left. And he became so devastated, he became so disappointed. He thought, I am so unfortunate that I don't have the opportunity to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was crying in pain. Mahaprabhu understood his heart. Nobody had sent him a WhatsApp message that, you see, one devotee came to meet here, but you left, you please come back, turn your car. He was walking. In his heart he understood, when a devotee is in intense separation from the Lord will understand the feelings of separation from a devotee, and he comes back to give him darshan to mitigate the feelings of separation. Lord Chaitanya came back. Lord Chaitanya came back and gave darshan to this Vasudeva leper, and Vasudeva was so overwhelmed. My Lord understood my heart and he came back to give a darshan. But somehow it was not just darshan, it was a tight embrace. Many people in those days, they would even hesitate to even go near a person who had leprosy. Entire body was filled with some blood and pus and all kinds of abominable substances. And Vasudeva leper is so humble that when some flies and insects come on his body to rejoice that blood and pus, he wouldn't shoo them away. He wouldn't just send them away. He would allow them to just accept this blood. Okay, if this blood is useful to you, may you suck this blood, no problem. If an insect falls from his body, he would pick it up and place the insect back on his body so that you can take this blood. To that degree, he was so humble. So Vasudeva leper was like this, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and embraced Vasudeva leper. And Vasudeva leper was immediately transformed into a very handsome, well-built young man. Good body he got. And Vasudeva leper definitely was grateful for this mercy, but he had a great concern. Oh Lord, you came and embraced me. You gave me darshan specially just to meet me, you came back. And you also transformed my body into this handsome, strong, well-built body. I may become proud. When a devotee receives some mercy of the Lord, either materially or spiritually, that mercy can induce feelings of pride and ego and arrogance in a devotee. We should never take Maya for granted. Maya can overwhelm a devotee, however exalted the devotee may be. If you just climb that sofa and you could not balance yourself and then fall, which is hardly 2 feet tall, you can balance yourself. But if you manage to climb there on the first floor, from there if you fall, you may break your head or leg. So the more we are becoming senior, the more exalted we are becoming, the more experienced we are becoming, the higher and higher positions we are attaining in the hierarchy, the more we need to be careful. Fall down from there causes greater damage than fall down from here. Right? So one needs to be more alert and cautious. So this Vasudeva leper got this special mercy of the Lord. Till now he was very humble. Immediately he thought that I may become proud because I got this mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So he became concerned and asked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh Lord, I don't want to be proud. How can I not become proud for receiving this special mercy from you? You know Lord Chaitanya, what he said? What did he say? Yes, Devi?
I think
One word answer I want, not one paragraph explanation. What did he say? Yes, you want to try?
I don't know.
You don't know? Any other? No kids here.
Constantly chant Hare Krishna.
Chant Hare. Oh, Parikshit Maharaj is here. You just constantly chant the holy names of Krishna, that will make you humble. What is the connection between chanting and humility? If I chant Krishna's name, Krishna, 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 how will you become humble? Yes, please. Adults can also answer, not only kids. Can anyone say, how chanting the holy names of Krishna will induce humility in us? What is the connection between humility and chanting?
Because it makes you realize your anarthas will go away.
Okay.
So you realize that you are insignificant. So dependent on Krishna.
By chanting, anarthas will go away. We'll realize that we are insignificant soul. We become humble. Okay. Any other answer? Yes, Mataji.
We realize Krishna's greatness and how insignificant we are.
Okay. Any other perspectives? The more we chant Krishna's names, Krishna, 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 like that, we are acknowledging his superiority over us. A conditioned soul stays in this material world because the conditioned soul has its Purusha Bhava, Purusha mentality. I am the master, I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, I am the proprietor, I am the creator, I am the owner, I am the boss. This mentality is there. Enjoying mentality is there. Lording over mentality is there. I am great. But when you chant Krishna's names continuously, you are acknowledging that he is greater than me, he is superior to me. The more we chant, the more we realize our insignificance, as Prabhu said, the more we realize Krishna's greatness, as Mataji said, and that will make us humble. That's why chanting, continuous chanting will make us humble, apart from other things. Humility is cultivated, experienced, and expressed at three levels. One is physically. Physically, you can cultivate humility by offering obeisances and doing some menial services that do not require any specialization. And verbally, we can become humble by speaking out our shortcomings instead of boasting about our glories. If we brag about ourselves, if we boast about ourselves, that will induce our arrogance, that will increase our arrogance. And in fact, that's an expression of our arrogance. But the more we speak little low about ourselves, not that we put all the anarthas on the notice board and send a broadcast message to everyone, but at least in front of the deities or in front of some reliable, trustworthy, close devotees, we can reveal our heart. I'm not so great, I'm like this. At least reveal your shortcomings instead of speaking too good about yourself always. That is verbally cultivating humility. And internally, at the level of heart or mind, we need to cultivate humility in two ways. Number one, by repenting for all the mistakes and sinful activities we have done. Number two, by feeling guilty that we don't have sufficient taste in devotional practices. Although by Prabhupada's grace, by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace, by Krishna's grace, I received this great opportunity to chant the holy names of Krishna, to follow the path of Krishna consciousness. I don't have sufficient taste in bhakti. I don't have sufficient taste in hearing and chanting. That should induce guilt in us, repentance in us. And I have done so many other mistakes. That should induce repentance in us. That is internal mode of humility. Yes, Mataji.
Just taking notes,
Repeat.
I'm a little slow.
Yeah, sure. I'll repeat. But if you can repeat, that will be nice. So what is humility on the
Physical.
plane? Yes, can someone say?
Offering obeisances,
Offering obeisances.
menial services. Verbally, by speaking about our shortcomings
Instead of boasting about
instead of
ourselves.
boasting ourselves.
Fasting from boasting. Do fasting from boasting and do feasting on expressing your shortcomings. Okay, that's good. Then internally, what is humility? Again, two ways.
Two ways.
By
By repenting for our
Repent
mistakes,
for the mistakes and sins we have done. Second,
by feeling guilty
By
that
feeling
we don't
guilty.
have taste.
feeling
Hearing
guilty that
it.
we don't have taste in devotional practices. Humility at three levels. Internal. Body, mind and will. And in this mode, if we chant the holy names of Krishna, we will not become proud. We will not become arrogant. The more we become proud, the more we go away from Krishna. The more we become humble, the more we come closer to Krishna. As simple as that. Krishna cannot tolerate pride in his devotees. Indra is an exalted devotee. But he became proud of his position as the king of heaven. And Krishna had to lift Govardhan hill and pull him down from the hill of his pride, Indra. And even gopis of Vrindavan, they become slightly proud. You know when? Krishna went. Rasalila. Krishna played the flute under Vamsivat all the gopis left everything and came to Krishna. And Pati Sutanvaya Bhraktur Bandhava Tati Vilanghate Achyutagataha Gativirastavo Udgita Mohitaha Kitavayoshitaha Kastyadenishi. They left everything and they came to Krishna. And Krishna started dancing with them. First he said, you go back. But they did not go. Then Krishna started dancing with them. Then each and every gopi thought that I'm the most special woman in the entire creation because I got some special privilege to be with Krishna. And even that is also humility only. They are not thinking they are special because they are special. They are thinking they are special because they got to be with Krishna. Who is special? Krishna is special. Even that also Krishna said, oh, I think that should not be there. Krishna disappeared from there. Then the gopis sang Gopi Gita. In the Gopi Gita, you know what the gopis said? Vijajana smaya dhamsana smita bhaja sakhe bhavat kinkarismano jalaruhananam charudarshaya nijajana smaya dhamsana smita. Smita means smile. Smaya means pride. Oh Krishna, you thought we became proud? And just to make us humble, you disappeared from our vision? Krishna, you did not do that. You should not have done it. Nijajana smaya dhamsana smita. Just by your mere smile, you can destroy our pride. You don't have to disappear from our vision. By disappearing from our vision, you want to make us humble, but you will only make us dead bodies. We lose our life. Nijajana means his own devotees. Smaya means pride. Dhamsa means to destroy. By what? Smita, by smile. When we do some service and we become proud of our service, the spiritual master will smile at us. Yes, all pride is smile. Right? Some senior devotee will smile. Oh, they are so proud. The smile is sufficient, not need of speech also. When they detect pride in us, when they smile at us, all pride is gone. Smiling of multiple flavors. Smile is given by satisfaction. You smile to destroy pride in others. You smile to appreciate somebody. You smile to express your pleasure or satisfaction. And you smile sarcastically. You smile to insult somebody. But here you can smile to destroy our pride, to make us humble. Vijajana smaya dhamsana smita. When we go in front of the altar, when we are praying or reporting our service, Krishna did this service, he did that service. Krishna smiling on the altar. You may say he's always smiling only. But a devotee will get the right kind of vibe. What kind of smile is this? Krishna is smiling at my ignorance or arrogance. He's wanting me to become more humble. Or Krishna is smiling with great pleasure. So different smiles have different meanings. All may look same for an immature struggling sadhaka, but exalted devotees can understand the variations of smile. Anyways, not me are at that level, at least I am not at that level, but I am saying there are different facets of smile. So Krishna doesn't like pride. And this devotee, Vasudeva Leper, he is very humble and he wants to remain humble. He doesn't want to become proud. Therefore he asked the Lord, oh Lord, how can I remain humble? How can I not become proud? Somebody asked, his followers Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I can see the photo and I remember. Maharaj, how can I remain humble? Maharaj said, first you become humble. Then you will remain humble. So, becoming humble is a project. And maintaining that humble mode is a bigger project. Right? So, but Vasudeva is already humble. He wants to retain that humility, he doesn't want to become proud. The biggest calamity in a devotee's life is to become arrogant. When we become arrogant and proud of our material prosperity or position or power, and that destroys our humility, what will happen? We can't chant the holy names of Krishna. When we don't chant the holy names of Krishna, where is spiritual life? Where is spiritual life? Without chanting. And without humility, how can we chant? So humility is the topmost aspiration of a devotee. Krishna, I am nothing. Sometimes by saying I am nothing, we become proud. Sometimes we are proud of our humility. You know, I am so humble. You understand? You know how humble I am? How simple I am, do you know? So, I am doing menial service, you understand? I am washing pots in the temple. Sometimes while washing pots in the temple, we become humble. We become proud. The service may be menial, the mood is arrogant. You see? Maya is so powerful, never underestimate Maya. Even if you are following the three things we just mentioned, right? Humility to be cultivated at the level of mind and body and words. Even in that also, Maya can make us proud. One devotee, Radhesham Prabhu told this story. He was doing very humble menial service in kitchen, sabji cutting and cooking and all that. Then some volunteers came to do some sabji cutting for the feast. So the volunteers are like the young students who are doing their BTech and masters and some studies, and some of them are working in job in companies also. So they were unable to cut sabji as per this expert cook's expectation. Then he engaged them in service, and after some time he started chastising. Sabji kata bhi nahi aate. IIT पढ़े लिखे लोग IIT करके आया, they can't even cut sabji also. One senior devotee noticed this. This devotee always doing a humble service. The mood is not humble. He is taking pride in this in his service, and is demeaning and disrespecting the educated devotees who came for sabji cutting and wanted to make them humble. We have big degrees, but you can't even cut sabji. What is the use? If an acharya says that, that is for the benefit of the soul. But if a struggling sadhaka says that, he may be taking pride in his own position. And that's what is the mood. It's very evident, self-evident. The senior devotee, after the feast was over, after the festival was over, he called this cook and said that, Prabhu, you can give a class next week. Next week we have scheduled your Bhagavatam class. He said, I never give. It is always the first time you can give. You can try. And this 1 week, this devotee was preparing for that class. He is asking everybody for some notes and some inputs and some points. And he was doing some folio research and doing so much. And then he prepared some 20 pages of notes and sat on Vyasasana and read that, kept that notes, could not speak. In 20 minutes he finished the class and said, never schedule me for a class. Subject getting easy work. He left. So point is that one may take pride in one's menial service also. It's not that everybody who is doing some attention attracting service is arrogant and everybody who is doing some menial service is humble. Not necessarily like that. One can take pride in one's background services also. One can be very humble by always being in limelight also. So mood of humility is a very rare quality, and that's the most aspired quality by all Vaishnavas. And this Vasudeva Lapar said, I want to be humble, I don't want to be proud. And Mahaprabhu appreciated his concern. Oh, you want to become humble? And that's the immediate concern you have as soon as I give you mercy. Please chant the holy names of Krishna, you become humble. And chanting will make you humble, but humility will make you chant better also. And that's what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Suklambar Brahmachari. He explained the significance of chanting the holy names in this yuga, especially by quoting Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama eva kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyatha. He quoted this shloka. He elaborately explained this shloka. And then he said, tie this shloka of Trinadapi Sunichena as your country mala. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadaharihi. Being humbler than blade of grass, being more tolerant than tree, and respecting everyone for whatever they are, whatever they can contribute. Just because you are contributing in Krishna's service more than them in terms of quantity, That does not mean you demean or disrespect someone else. Respect everyone for whatever service they can do. Amanina. Manadina. Amanina means don't expect service from others. Don't expect honor from others. Don't hanker to be honored by others. That's another important quality. When we have these four qualities, then we can chant the holy names of Krishna. Humility increases our chanting. Chanting increases our humility. The connection between chanting and humility is so thick. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave seven effects of chanting holy names in the first sloka of Sikshastakam. He did not write so many books. He empowered Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami to write so many books, but he personally wrote only 8 slokas of Sikshastakam. So in the first sloka, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized the glories of Harinam Sankirtan. Sri Krishna Sankirtanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. And in the second shloka, he said, Nam Namakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. All my names are so potent. Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. All the Shaktis, all kinds of potencies that are there in my personal form, in my Swarupa, are there in these holy names of Krishna. The name Krishna, Narayana, Mukunda, Madhava, Govinda, these names are fully potent as the Lord Himself. The names are non-different from the Lord. Morning we were discussing in the Sunday feast class. When Ajamil chanted Narayana, the boy Narayana never responded because he is not Narayana. Just because you name him Narayana, that does not make him Narayana. He is not Narayana. But the name Narayana is Narayana. He is not different from Narayana. Therefore Narayana responded, and because he chanted Narayana, 4 syllables of holy name, 4 Vishnudutas came to protect Ajamil from the 3 Yamadutas. Why 3 Yamadutas came? Because he chanted.
He used 3 ways to do sin, right?
He used his body, mind, and words to commit sinful activities. Therefore, 3 Yamadutas came. He chanted Narayana, 4 syllables of holy name. Therefore, 4 Vishnudutas came and defeated the Yamadutas. The name is not different from the Lord. So, Namnavakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. Within my names, I have invested all my potencies. The name of the Lord is as potent as the Lord Himself. Name is not different from the Lord. And the name is most accessible form of the Lord. As soon as you get up from your bed in the morning, you cannot enter the altar and worship Saligram, worship Govardhan Shila, or worship the deities, Radha Krishna or Gauranga. But as soon as you get up from your bed, you can say Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. The name, the Namavatar of the Lord is most accessible and most available form and most potent form. You cannot always go to dhams, right? Once in a while, once in a year, you will get to go to holy place like Vrindavan, Mayapur and all. But you can always chant names, right? Dhams are less accessible, but names are most accessible. Deity worship has 100 protocols. Take bath before entering. Yesterday we were discussing elaborately procedures of deity worship. It's very elaborate, but names are most accessible. Holy names of Krishna. And other forms, Bhagavatam. Sometimes we may not understand also. Sometimes we may not be able to chant the shlokas properly. We may not be able to understand the deep tattva philosophy properly. But anybody, even a child, can chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. Right? The names of Krishna are most accessible, most available, and most potent also. Namna Vakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. And second advantage is Tatrarpita Niyamitaha Smarane Na Kalaha. There are no hard and fast rules about time, place, circumstances. You can chant the names anytime, anywhere, any place. Then, Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamamapi. And the names are most merciful also. They are most powerful and they are most merciful. Those who are most powerful, they are not so merciful. Those who are most merciful, they may not have so much power. But the names of the Lord are both powerful and merciful. They have the intention to deliver you, they have ability to deliver you. They have the capacity capacity to liberate us and they have the compassion to liberate us. The names of the Lord are very merciful. So names are very potent, names are very merciful, and there are no hard and fast rules to chant the holy names. But the problem is, Durdaiva Midrishamiha Jani Na Anuraga. Our Durdaiva, our misfortune is Na Anuraga. No taste for chanting the holy names of the Lord. No taste. How can we develop taste? The next shloka says. What is the next shloka? Pranadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishtuna amanina manatena kirtaniya sada. The process of destroying the Durdaiva misfortune and the process of cultivating that taste for chanting the holy names is humility. Cultivating humility. Mahaprabhu did not give so many procedures. You perform this vrata, this homa, this yajna, you do 108 pradakshinas here, or you do these many fastings there. None of them are there in Sikshashtakam. Only 4 principles are there. Pranadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishtuna. Only 4. Just follow these 4 things. That is sufficient abhideya to come to the stage of chanting Krishna's names and attaining Krishna Prema. Krishna Nama can give us Krishna Prema. And to chant Krishna Nama, we need Namrata, humility. Humility is not inferiority complex. Humility is not lack of self-respect. In fact, humility is the highest self-respect. When we have arrogance, when we have pride, when we take great pride in our power and position, that is self-disrespect. Make sense? How is it self-disrespect? Because you are identifying yourself with something which you are not. One may have this ego that I am powerful, I am king, I am man, I am woman, I am Indian, I am American, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am talented, I am a great manager, I am a great singer, I am a great orator, I am a great this, I am a great that. When you are identifying yourself with so many of these designations and positions and privileges, roles and responsibilities, which are temporary, you are disrespecting yourself. Isn't it? No. You are identifying yourself as king. I am king. You are taking pride in being a king. But your position of king is gone after some time. Then it's disrespect, right? You are over-identifying yourself with an identity which will not stay with you forever. But what is that identity which stays with us forever? Tell me, what is that identity? Krishna Nitya Das. That Dasatva, that Dasa Abhimana is our permanent identity. When you identify yourself with your permanent identity, that is real self-respect. And when you are in that identity of being a Das, you are always humble. When you think you are a boss, you are not humble. When you identify yourself as a Das, then you can chant the holy names of Krishna. So chanting, humility and self-respect are in line with each other. Any other designation, over-identifying with any other designation or position or power is disrespecting oneself. Humility is not lack of self-respect. Humility is the highest form of self-respect. Humility is not lack of intelligence. Proper says intelligence means humility. Knowledge means humility. Humility is not lack of knowledge. And he is humble because he is unpad, he is uneducated, he is illiterate. Therefore he is humble. I am so knowledgeable, I am so educated. Why should I be humble? Let me think like that. Actually, those who have knowledge are humble. If you are not humble, you don't have knowledge. What is the proof? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter, Krishna speaks 6 topics. Purusha, Prakriti, Jnana, Jneya. What else? What are the other 2? Kshetra. Okay. But in that Jnana, Krishna says there are 20 aspects of Jnana. 20 qualities of knowledge. First is Amanitvam, humility. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa kshantirajyavam acharyopasanam sautam sthiryam atmavinigraha. Amanitvam. Humility is the foremost aspect of knowledge. Jnana, knowledge, must be accompanied Vidya plus Jnana leads to Vijnana. Means humility plus knowledge leads to realization. But Ahankar plus Jnana leads to Ajnana. False ego or arrogance accompanied by knowledge will lead to ignorance. When we are arrogant because of our knowledge, we are ignorant. When we are humble because of our knowledge, when we are humble because of knowledge, that knowledge will lead to realization. Right? So, humility is the foremost quality that we Vaishnavas need to cultivate. Then only we will be able to chant Krishna's names. Then only we will attain Krishna Prem. If Krishna Prem is your goal, Krishna Nam is the means. And if Krishna Nam you have to chant always, you should have humility. So all our sadhana boils down to humbly chanting the names of Krishna. Without arrogance, without pride, without exploitative mentality, without manipulating people for our ulterior motives and selfish purposes. In that mood, if we chant the holy names of Krishna and render service to Krishna and Krishna's devotees, that's the perfection of life. And this is what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us. The central teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are on this. And once you humbly chant the holy names of Krishna as described in the third shloka, then the fourth shloka says, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. You will lose interest in anything else. Dhanam? Who wants dhanam? I don't want. You may need for your maintenance, fine. To that degree you have money. But there is no obsession for money. It's only a necessity while living in this world. It is not my prayojan. Prayojan is Krishna Prema. Prayojan is not dhana. So, na dhanam, na janam, followers. What will we do with followers? By having hundreds and thousands of followers, what are we gaining? Right? We are becoming more and more entangled. Yes, sometimes you may have followers on the social media. Sometimes you may have followers. Gurus may have followers and disciples. All that is seva. Right? There is no obsession for followers. That is seva. Let me spread the holy names of Krishna. Let me be used as an instrument to spread and expand the glories of Krishna. That's the mood. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had hundreds of followers. Prabhupada had thousands of followers, millions of followers. Right? Ramanujacharya had so many followers. But they are not attached to followers for the sake of getting followers. They are attached to spreading Krishna consciousness and helping people connected to Krishna. Right? Dhanam, Najanam, Nasundaram. Then you will get that original, what we said, love. What is the symptom of love? The amount of separation you feel for the beloved. Chant the holy names of Krishna, develop Krishna Prema. Lose interest in all other things. That is fourth sloka. And fifth sloka says that Govinda Virahename Shunyayidam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. Then you will experience the feelings of separation from Krishna. To love means to feel separation. Right? Even in the presence of the Lord, you feel separation from the Lord, you miss the Lord. So that is a symptom of love. Love is measured by the amount of separation you feel from the beloved. Just as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially in his last days in Antilila, is constantly in the mood of Srimati Radharani feeling separation from Krishna. Especially two scenes were constantly there in his mind. One is when Srimati Radharani met Krishna in Rath Yatra. In Kurukshetra. In Kurukshetra she saw Krishna. Krishna in Vrindavan is so sweet. He is wearing Vanyasraja. He is wearing simple forest flower garland, wearing a peacock feather, holding a flute. He was surrounded by gopas and gopis and cows and calves and butterflies and peacocks and parrots and monkeys. But in Kurukshetra, Krishna is surrounded by horses and elephants and chariots and soldiers and ministers and princes. And Krishna is not wearing a simple peacock feather and turban, he is wearing a big crown, dazzling crown. No flute. So they could not connect with this. And Srimati Radharani felt separation from Krishna when she saw Krishna. Feelings of separation must be mitigated, but they became intensified when she saw Krishna. See this. She was crying within her heart. Srimati Radharani and all the other gopis, they were pulling Krishna. Krishna, come back to Vrindavan. Reva rodasi vetasi tarutale. So he is just pulling Krishna back to Vrindavan, and that pull is Rath Yatra. That's the significance of Rath Yatra. And another time, when Akrura came to take Krishna away from Vrindavan to Mathura, then again the gopis of Vrindavan feeling intense separation from Krishna. They were singing Viraha Gita. They were saying Govinda Damodara Madhava, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. In this way they were singing. These two scenes of Krishna departing from Vrindavan and meeting of Radharani at Kurukshetra, these scenes were constantly present in Mahaprabhu's mind and his feeling separation from Krishna. There are a few glories of Lord Chaitanya. What's the time now?
9 o'clock exactly.
No, it's not 9 o'clock. Yesterday I stopped at 8:30. I'm sorry for delaying your time. You told me to speak about Mahaprabhu. What can I do? Thank you very much. There's no end to this topic. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, sir. His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.